Let's get on with it. What would it have looked like if the likes of Superman N64 was actually a decent game? You get this. Oh look, it's a follow-up to my League of Maidens video. No, it most certainly is not. Oh, okay. But of course, strip away the cape, the S from the chest, the DC banner, and remove any major gaming company in the slightest to rid any possibility of bureaucratic nonsense. The West might go out of its way to make anime and so forth fantastical, but it seems a team from the East has taken a liking to the ways of the West, that being superhero comics if that wasn't obvious. We've had the likes of Spider-Man have its share of games. DC had the likes of Batman have a successful run of games in the recent past. But a flying cosmic powered super strength and hyper speed being from another world has not shared the successes of the previous two games. You'd think DC's main hero would be relatively popular or successful in video games or at the box office. He's not. Welcome, Undefeated, a game greatly put together by a team of 3 student game developers that have proven a great game can be made on an all-moral, all-powerful, and almost invincible hero. The boring part of Clark Kent himself can never be fixed, I'm just putting that out there. Thankfully, Undefeated does not center around said Kryptonian. But it seems the team behind Undefeated were clearly aware of this nonsense and found a way around such thing. This superhero, which is the essence of Johnny Bravo himself with hair black as the night. He might be invincible, which can make for a boring game, but he protects the city, which any caped crusader does. And so the city, not him, is the one taking damage, and so you, as the good guy in this scenario, are tasked with kicking the snot out of your foe while simultaneously rushing to the aid of the city and its people. Which, by the way, happens a lot. Seems every other minute these buffoons are inexplicably setting buildings on fire, or somehow getting trapped beneath some rubble falling from some building. And occasionally a man in swimwear is trudging past a power plant. Explore an open-world environment as you fly around the city at your leisure, helping a citizen here and there.
I am here!
And fight crime on your morning flight to earn yourself experience points and take on that next villainous bugger trying to tear your city apart. The recipe for any good superhero story, I suppose. Make use of all the powers Superman happens to have, but really has no fun with. Powers such as flight, super strength, super speed, ranged attacks, and the ever-popular, though bad on your knees, superhero landing.
Superhero landing!
And of course an edgy coolness factor. Look at those glasses. Those glasses are lame. You play as an unnamed man dressed like an American Italian meets a goth kid. I mean, it's black hair, black glasses, black shirt, black pants, and black shoes. And patrol the streets of your home city, I presume, with a very well put together control system. At no point are you standing there confused thinking, what was that button to do that thing again? It's all incredibly intuitive, and flying at hyper speed through the city is just, oh, so glorious. But you know, flying at hyper speeds might be at the detriment to some person or a car that you're flying by, but that, you know, who gives a damn. Whiz by tall buildings sprawled across the city and watch your supersonic flight shatter some poor unfortunate windows. Combat is equally as enjoyable, as it's fast-paced and simple enough to utterly decimate a team of 10 villains seemingly at once. You know, superhero stuff. Hulk smash. All this confined in a free-to-play game available on Steam. It's a 2 gig download, it's not even that big. They say if you're good at something, don't do it for free. Well, this team of 3 people happens to have made a game this bloody well good that companies that make AAA games are having a hard time creating. Brilliant bastards. The link to the game and to their personal Twitter feeds and whatnot will all be linked below, so if you're a fan of superhero games, oh well, this is one for you. Here it is right below, go head on there, and Stanley, no, this is not a sequel to your video. Oh yeah, whatever, it would have been a good tie-in, you're missing a good opportunity here, but I might just add a link to each other's games in the background when you're not looking. I'm always looking. Oh, there are times when you're looking at one too many She-Hulk pictures. I might just pick one of those times. What?